And yeah, the greenfish have started to show their face. That's right, the dorado have started around the shipping area. At the moment, there's definitely quite a few.
If you have been looking for a sign, if you have been waiting for the perfect weather conditions, wait no more, my friends. This is when it kicks off in full summer beast mode.
There you go, buddy. Hit now!
This is the Angler News SA podcast. I'm Vanessa Green.
Hello. Welcome back to Angler News, guys. Oh, you so want to hear this report. It is everything that we've been waiting for over this last couple weeks. There hasn't been much of a spring because summer is here with a vengeance. The species that are coming out are absolutely unreal. The amount of tuna, the brusher, the cob, the sand sharks, massive ones already. If you have been looking for a sign, if you have been waiting for the perfect weather conditions, wait no more, my friends, because this is the weekend to do it. This is when the action starts. This is when it kicks off in full summer beast mode. Guys, we are talking about all the species you've been waiting for. The summer species, the sand sharks, the cob, the brusher, the tuna, and the bass. KZN is loaded with species. The reporters we have on the show, South Africa's greatest angling reporters, has just sent me all the content and they have laid it out nice and thick with all the hotspots for this weekend. Now, before we get into all that action, you simply have to hear, guys, huge shout out to our sponsors, the Kingfisher. They have come in with amazing products. This week, they are talking about the all-new Daga Salt SD. It's a multiplier. It's SD. It stands for Star Drag. All right, so that's out there. It's new. It's 4 ball bearings. It's stainless steel. It's got a couple new upgrades. The stuff that anglers have been asking for, they have delivered. You want to find out more about this? You're going to have to check it out on their socials. And also, while you're there, check out the new Daga BG, the power spin. Oh, this is certainly something you want for summer. Now, let's get back into why we are here. Let's get back into the news where all the action is going to be taking place this weekend. Guys, I did tell you this weekend is going to be absolutely epic. With all that wind coming through, all the action that has started already, it is kicking off from this Thursday all the way into the weekend. It is competition weekend. The fish are on, the edibles are here, and we've got Mike V and Brad Krubler to kick it off for us.
How's it, guys? Yes, it's still all about the edibles. Stumpies, grunters, cob, bronze bream, rockcods, all that sort of fishing. Because of the weather that we've been having, it's been mainly adjusted towards the edible side of fishing. Saying that, there have been the odd grey shark, there has been the odd spinner shark, odd little brown, odd little diamond, things like that, but not a pile of fish. With that big cold front that hit us, it is going to quieten the fishing down for a few days, but I think it should pick up with all this northeast that's going to be blowing for the next couple of days as well up to the weekend. The guys, some of those big summer flatties should pitch up, I would say Thursday evening, Friday morning. I think the guys might be in for some good times there. On the paddle ski and ski boat side, the Oaks are still mainly chasing the dagas and the geelbek, and between the mix there, getting some good sized Cape Yellowtail, some lovely amberjacks, odd rockcod, odd slinger, things like that. There have been a good couple of snook around. Some big ones have been caught, up to 6-7 kilos. I think once the sea settles down nicely again, we might be in the game for a good snook session or two. In the back, the guys have been getting some lovely little grunter. Quite a few of those nice GTs, those 5-6 kilo GTs popped up before the weather turned south on Saturday. So the guys did do quite well with those. I did hear 1 or 2 springer coming on the banks. The guys throwing fly and small little drop shots in that for them off the boats did do quite well. Guys, thank you very much. This is Mike V for ANSA News.
Good day, guys. Brad here from Linsky Fishing Charters. Guys, the ski boat fishing report of the Durban area for the last week. Guys, great things have happened. The water temperature has increased to 22 degrees, 21.5 to 22. And yeah, the greenfish have started to show their face. Yeah, guys, that's right. The dorado have started around the shipping area. At the moment, there's definitely quite a few. They're generally more in the shallower areas than in the deep, so up to the 60-meter zone. On the bottom fishing side, yeah, some really good rockcods and stuff coming out. Some nice Englishmen, slingers, soldiers, and some really, as I say, once again, really good catfaces, captain fines, and yellow belly rockcods. All of that 6 to 10 kilogram range. Geelbek still around at night time, along with the dagas. So this is Brad for Angling News South Africa, and guys, tight lines, and speak to you guys all next week.
Thank you, Mike and Brad. What a start to the show. What a start to kick off the weekend. Can it get better? You know it can. We are going to make it a lot better by hearing from Michaela Daniels with what's been going on just outside of Durban. She is covering Durban North. She is fishing. She is excited. She is getting out there ready to go and get on that boat, get that garrick, get the geelbek, get those bottom fish. You know what? She's going to tell us what she's going to get. She's going to tell us what the anglers from Durban North and just outside of that are going to get. Guys, this is her report.
What's up, everyone? This is Michaela from Durban, reporting for Angler News SA. It's been another awesome week of fishing for our local Durban anglers, with plenty species being reeled in. Starting at Blue Lagoon, there's been some lovely stumpies, grunter, and a few rays having been caught from the bricks, while the guys on the North Bank have been getting into some decent Beachwood has been a bit quiet, but the guys are still picking up stumpies, and there have been a few pompano caught closer to the North Bank side. While at Virginia, the guys are still getting into the blacktail, and there have been some lovely grunter caught after sunsets. For the offshore guys, it's been another cracker week with many anglers hooking into some big snook, and there have been a few GTs caught at the deeper baits marks. While the garrick have been a bit quiet, the couta seem to have started making an appearance. For our bottoms fishermen, the deep is still firing with daga, geelbek, and there's also been quite a few yellowtail and mussel cracker coming out. Moving further up the coast to Mhloti, the rock and surf guys have had another awesome week with the stumpy, while those on the north side hooked into a few bronze bream and 1 or 2 brusher. For the offshore guys, there's still plenty of snook coming out, while the bottoms guys are still pulling in some lovely rockcod, geelbek, and half cobs. That's going to be it from me for this week, guys. Tight lines and have a great one.
Oh man, if that doesn't get you excited, if it doesn't get you amped, then I have no idea what will. Thank you so much, Michaela. Your input is extremely valuable because we know we've got some club anglers that are planning on fishing the North Coast that are paying close attention to that report. All right, now staying on the North Coast, getting further up on the North Coast with all the thick of the action. We've got Deandra. Now, she's been making calls. She's been on the groups. She has been exceptionally invested with what's been going on over there because there's a lot of action. There is action on the offshore side. There's action on the rock and surf. There's action even on some freshwater sides of the North Coast. Guys, this is Deandra Smith.
The tuna is still wild in the upper north coast of KZN, with most of the catches going to tuna caught offshore, with a variety of game fish and bottoms promising for some good catches and exciting days. Rock and surf anglers are reeling in the stumpies and breams, with larger species of garrick baits and a few odd brushes and beautiful sized cobs. Shout out to all the anglers for their videos of the releases of the breeding stock of cob and garrick. You are definitely fishing for the future and giving these species a good chance of breeding. Some giant diamonds and sandies created memorable experiences for some anglers, while others were reeling in the brown and blue rays, with 3 young blackfins also reported on. The raggy catches slowed down, however, still around for the adventurous anglers on the upper north coast. The weather and the tides have changed up a bit since the raggy frenzy of the previous week, but a few winners to look out for coming up to target these species. Freshwater anglers have been reeling in some champion-sized bass to show off the past week, with yellowfish also promising for some great fun on the fly around the Tugela region. Here's to another week of rods bending and reels screaming. I'm Deandra, reporting for Angler News South Africa, Tight Lines.
Thank you, Dee. I absolutely love that report. Brilliant. That is where I'm fishing this weekend. So, you know what? You got me excited. You got me geared up. You got me really poised to head out there this weekend. Now, if you are planning on heading up on the freshwater side, some very interesting news from Jan. Now, guys, this is the best part about Jan. He always delivers a true, honest report. So if you really want to know what's going on up on the Midlands area, I'm going to tell you all about it.
Hey there, guys. With another wet spell over the course of last week and the weekend, it seems that summer is finally finding its feet in the Midlands. The forecast for the week ahead looks all clear, however. That is until later in the weekend. So if a gap in your schedule presents itself, duck out and grab it while the sun is out and the going is good. The upside of the recent rainfall is, of course, water to feed the rivers. But the downside is it keeps most anglers indoors, and with only the foolhardy and brave venturing out. But, as that saying goes, there's always one. And one there was in the Natal Fly Fishers Club river anglers, who had the following to say about his venture out onto one of the Moy River beats. Misty conditions on arrival, water discolored with winds of 18 to 20 knots. A great day of hiking with some casting thrown in. Thoroughly enjoyable. Mgeni River is reportedly full and filthy, and while the middle and lower beats of rivers may show the effects of rain quickly, and if it's cleaner water that you're after, and of course who isn't, head on upstream to the higher beats. Last reports from the Upper Moy and Bushman rivers were that they were running crystal in the upper reaches. As with the river anglers, only a single return from the NFFC stillwater anglers, but faring much better in the fish department, reporting a cracking brown trout in the 19 to 21 inch or 48 through to 53 centimeter class. Generally considered to be more reclusive and selective eaters, stillwater browns are considered to be a more challenging catch, with a harder, more finesse fight, staying deep, compared to rainbows, which are often considered to be easier to catch and known for aggressive acrobatic fights. Live scope notwithstanding, bass continue to swim below the radar. Yes, tongue firmly in cheek. The discussion around the green water of Albert Falls continues, while Midmar reportedly is still fishing well. There have also been some sightings of carp on the surface at Albert Falls, and apart from that, carp and barbel are spawning at Albert Falls, and with red-breast tilapia about to start. There is no other news from the other aspects of freshwater angling. Guys, do stop in the Kingfisher Maritzburg for the best in tackle advice. And this is Jan Karabel reporting for Kingfisher and for Angler News South Africa.
Thank you. In clear skies, possibility of some fish, even some fish spawning, that's certainly worth a try. However, I am fishing salt water, and I'm fishing not this week, but I am fishing south next week. So I really want to know what's going on. So let's kick off the South Coast with Ray Thompson.
There has been quite a few brusher around in the Manzum-Toti area and obviously the Bluff area, as well as some stumpies in the Baba area with a few little cobs sprinkled in amongst it. But this is the exciting news. We have got some excellent summer patterns forming this week. Have a great day. Cheers.
Thank you, Ray. Now, you know what? I am not concerned about what happened in the past weekend. I am concerned about what's been going on right now and what is going to happen this coming weekend. And you have laid it on nice and thick. You've got us poised. All right, now let's find out exactly what's happening in the lower half of the South Coast where there's always action. And we are doing this with our South Coast guru, Adam Lyon.
Hey, Vinesh. How are you, my friend? I hope everybody out there has had an awesome weekend. And guess what? I told you so. The South Coast does it again. You know, they might call us the poor uncle of KZN, but you know what? We are rich in fish with an abundance of species because it's been an absolute beaut of a week down on the South Coast. We've had bronze bream, galjoen, decent blacktail, brusher, garrick, some cob. We've even had those non-eds that I was talking to you about last week, my friend. So yes, we might be looked at in that certain way, but in terms of fish, oh man, we've got them down on the South Coast. With most of our rocky areas producing gorgeous bream and galjoen, a couple of blacktail in between, 1 or 2 K bass here and there. But even the days when the rain's been a bit around or it's been a bit muggy in terms of the weather, we know that the bream like that. And then on the days when the sea's been a bit rough and you've thought, nah, I don't know if I should throw a bait. Well, guess what? The brusher leveled when it's a bit choppy. And when the water's been a bit brown and a little bit of sand mixing, the non-eds have been chowing because it's been a bit colder. The cob have been biting because the conditions are right. And when the water's been cleaner, guess what? The guys putting out a live baits or throwing artificial for those garrick have been rewarded handsomely, especially on the deep water spots, as we know that they particularly like to hang around in that area. So yes, Vinesh, it has been all down on the South Coast. I do see, however, that the North Coast is producing some good fish. But again, it's just lovely to see sort of that species this down on the South Coast really coming alive. And even the guys on the boats have been whacking the tuna. So lovely to see that. So yes, we are excited down on the South Coast, Vinesh. Otherwise, I just want to say, everyone, I hope you have an awesome weekend coming ahead. Stay safe, tight lines, and let's see those catches.
Adam, you legend. What a way to round off the show. I absolutely love what is coming out from there because I am coming down there next week. But guys, it's all about this week. This week, the North Coast is cracking. Durban is loaded with edibles. The South Coast, well, you just heard from Adam. It's on fire, right? So this weekend, the KZN coastline will certainly be bending rods, having some screaming reels, having the anglers with some bragging rights. Are you going to be one of them? I am certain you are. Because no matter what facet you are fishing this week in KZN, guys, you will get them. You will get those edibles. You will get those non-edibles. You will get the sand sharks, the brusher, the cob. Hey, you know what? If you do happen to get that shad in between, it is close season. Release it. But there's still plenty other species to go and catch. So while you are out there, make sure to enjoy it. Keep those hooks sharp. Keep your hands on those rods. And until the next one.
This is the Angler News SA podcast. I'm Vanessa Green. Find more episodes at ecr.co.za under podcasts or your favorite podcast app. Let's fish for the future.